The rumors are now percolating regarding Billy Donovan. I'm here to let you know, Billy Donovan, you should take the Kentucky job. And Nikola Vucevic. Y'all know we gonna talk about it, break it down, but you know you gotta hear the music first.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys of Cognac Boy Bobby, and I am with my dog, CDubb. What up?
What up, though? I thought y'all said J. Cole was the best. I thought that's what y'all said.
If you're tuned in with us today, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell as well. Hey, we ain't going for this right now. This is not hip-hop. This is terrible. We talking about the bad news Bears. Bulls, I mean. The bad news Bulls. But, hey, John Calipari, he decided to take his talents elsewhere, down to Arkansas on the collegiate level. One name that has came up is head coach for your Chicago Bulls, Billy Donovan. I'm on the way. I don't live in Illinois. I'm on the way. But CDubb, what do you think about all these rumors, though?
Hey, man, first of all, man, you finna leave Kentucky to go to Arkansas? Damn, that's kind of crazy. I ain't heard no reports of you getting fired. Well, anyway, with that being said, Kentucky, I hear reports of saying that they gonna give Billy an offer he can't refuse. They gonna make him say no. And you know what I say, Billy? I say you've been the most successful in the college game. I'm not saying that you has been a complete failure in the NBA, because in OKC you did go to the Western Conference Finals. Am I correct? I think I am. Correct.
KD.
Yeah, you had a couple winning seasons, regardless of the players that's on the team. You was the coach behind the wheel, just like Phil Jackson, just like any of the greatest coaches you talk about in the NBA. They're going to have great players on their team. Now, Billy Donovan, I think your time has run out of the Chicago Bulls, bro. We had a good start. You had a great roster to start, but injuries and underwhelming play from your team, which we probably can put the blame on you. I know they grown men, but when your team comes into the games and they devoid of energy or devoid of any competence on how to perform a game plan, I'm a put that on you, Billy Donovan. Maybe this is the perfect opportunity, Billy Donovan, to rekindle your old flames in college. It's going to be much easier. I bet you will have more fun in college. Your gums and teeth won't be in jeopardy because you've been chewing that gum. We know you're stressed the way you've been chewing that gum lately. You've been like you're trying to chew a hole through your own throat. But look, Billy, it's time for you to go ahead and accept a new venture. Nobody said, even though we don't know how long you signed with the Chicago Bulls, which is still crazy, go ahead and go back to the college game and what do I want to say? You got to come back a new man, and this will humble you. So go to college, go over there and try to win us some national championships. Learn a couple things about yourself and about your game plan and the way you bring it to the NBA. Then come back a new person. And I'm going to just say this before I let nephew go. You were not trash while you were an NBA coach. You're not trash, but you can be better for sure.
He definitely could be better. I think that Billy Donovan, let's keep it real. Like, as much as I can't stand him this season and last season, it ain't all his fault. Nope. And that's tough to say. But we got to keep it a buck. The roster construction is bad. And honestly, I think this voice, the players are tired of it. And I think that with a lot of these coaches being players' coaches, there's levels to how good of a players' coach you are. Because when we look at players' coaches like a Ty Lue, he hold his guys accountable and don't give a damn.
Yeah.
But Billy Donovan, I know guys like you. I believe guys like you. But I don't believe that Billy Donovan holds these guys accountable to the level to where it's displayed on the court. You cannot tell me you've been watching the effort from your team versus the trashiest teams in the NBA, and you've been okay with that. And you said something, and your team still hasn't responded. But I will say this: it ain't all your fault. I gotta keep it a buck. It's not all your fault.
No way.
But I think you have something set up in your favor. You should take that Kentucky job. Kentucky, the bluegrass state. You should take that job. And here's why. The last time you was on a collegiate level, you was a champion. And your system worked. I believe with your stature, being a coach in the NBA and having some success, players, depending on how you mold them and coach them up, will listen in a manner to where you can get more out of these young players trying to make it to the next level versus players that's already made it. And then, so what you got?
Yeah, when I think about Billy Donovan here, I always want to ask this question. Do you think Billy Donovan ever in a locker room, like after practice, at practice on the floor, in halftime, at the end of games, do you think he raised his voice at this team?
I don't know. I never
See,
seen.
that's do you
I can
think?
count.
Do you think, knowing his personality, how this team been going all these years, these 3 years, do you think he raised his voice just at the simplest level of his disapproval of the play on the court? Did he raise his voice?
No.
No.
And I'll tell you why. I don't believe Billy Donovan has raised his voice towards his players at all. And the reason is because I could probably count twice I seen Billy Donovan get attacked after ridiculous officiating these last 3 seasons we watched with his team and them trying to fight and claw in a lot of games because they have to be in these dog fights just to win the games. But I will add on this. Just because you yell doesn't mean the message gets across the players. I think the disconnect comes in with the communication. What are you saying? If you don't have to necessarily raise your voice to get through to your locker room, but are you holding guys accountable to the level that they need to be held accountable to? I will say this, and it still has me questioning what the hell is Billy Donovan doing within his locker room. We seen a few games out of Zach LaVine. You benched him.
Yeah.
Where's the same benching for Nikola Vucevic?
DeMar too.
Or last year when DeMar was bad, but I doubt that was going to happen. But more so, I seen Billy Donovan put the lesser guys, you know what I'm saying, and show them up a little bit. Vooch is an all-star type of player. I know it's a tough decision. I'm not obviously in those locker rooms. But where's the accountability? I'm not even saying you got to bench him for a whole game. Do the same thing you did to Zach. Yeah. Vooch, you terrible. You sitting your ass down the whole fourth quarter.
Yep.
When are we going to get that?
Yeah, bro.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and when I think of coaching, and I'm not a coach, I'll coach little kids and stuff. I'll coach, but I ain't never coached on the level of NBA coach or anything. But when I think of coaching, it's about respect first, and then that fire. Can you come and reprimand a player if they need to be reprimanded? Do you have that respect of the team to be able to do that? Now, I think he got the respect of some of the players on the team, but I know for certain, at least one, Zach, he be giving them all type of looks. I don't think Zach like him at all, but that's just me. I don't think he has the respect of the whole team. And I don't think since he doesn't have the respect of the whole team, he can't bring that fire to the top players on the team. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the respect of the whole team and be a leader of the team for you can bring that fire to the top, to the leaders, to the best players on the team, bro.
I do have to ask this, though.
Yeah.
If his roster was constructed differently, do we get different results?
Maybe.
because a lot of us, including myself, at some point before I finally let it all go, we kept bringing up if Lonzo was back and how well the Bulls were playing, or how well and good it looked. So, do you think if the front office put a better roster in his hands, it could have been different?
That's a question that's up in the air, because you basically can stake blame in both parties. Like, you could say the players 50% worth of the blame. You could say Billy Donovan 50% worth of the blame. Maybe you change the players. Maybe he have a better overall outcome of this season. Maybe we already sitting at 6-1 in a playoff run. But I can't give him that credit, because that's not happening. Well, we living in the now right now, and something's not working with this team. Now, if Billy Donovan gonna be a sacrificial lamb to lose him to see if it's the players, maybe we get a new coach in here and they take off. Is that possible? That's the same question right back at you.
Of course,
and we can take off. So losing one of the two, either these three core the core players or Billy Donovan, we about to see which really is the problem. We about to see if this happens, because he probably don't take it. But
right, we don't know.
They about to give him an offer he can't refuse.
Hey, CDubb, before we move on and talk about Nikola Vucevic, you want to know what's crazy?
Yeah.
You want to know what's crazy?
What up, dog?
Where Fred Hoiberg go once he left the Bulls?
To college?
Nebraska, to be exact. If Billy Donovan leaves the Bulls to go to college, what the hell does that say about the franchise, bro?
Bro,
you mean to tell me the Bulls organization is like so stressful to where Billy Donovan got to chew a hole in his cheek, and Fred Hoiberg looks like Mr. Crab when he lost his shell?
Yeah, bro. He went to the middle of nowhere.
And then they go back to college? Yeah, oh, bro. My God. What's wrong?
Yeah, bro. Like, this a warning to all would-be coaches coming to Chicago.
You better have some tough skin. No.
We go put your soul in a blender in Chicago. You gonna run far away. This man went to Nebraska in the middle of nowhere. But Billy going to Kentucky. That ain't Nebraska. That's top level college basketball.
That's some contrast shit, my boy. In Kentucky. Bluegrass State. Hey, when you drive through that, when you're traveling, it's a nice little scenery. I ain't gonna lie.
It's the grass blue, motherfucker.
It's the grass is blue. I heard when the sun hit it in the morning. I don't know. It's called bluegrass for a reason. So
they got some good drugs in Kentucky. When they talk about bluegrass. Only bluegrass I seen, nephew, is Boise State football field. And that ain't even real grass.
That field fire, by the way, too.
It is, too.
I know we rock with the blue on me. Mm-hmm. But anyway, now we talk about Nikola Vucevic. My goodness. I don't got much for him, to be honest with you, but Nikola Vucevic continues this bad play. In the last 10 games, my man has pretty much checked out of the games, in my opinion. Yes, you still get 16 points, 20 points here, etc., etc. But over these 10 games, CDubb 14 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. Okay, cool. Some people would still take it, but it's not good enough for what he needs to be at for this team to be successful. And then in the last 3 games, he scored 5 points against Atlanta and then 8 points versus Orlando. He did have 16 versus the Knicks, but in these big games, because in the big games, you didn't show. Atlanta, that's the play-in right there. That's your play-in preview. You didn't show up. Orlando, a playoff team to see how well you can match up against these young punks. And they came in and whooped your ass. Vooch, you only had 5 rebounds, big dog.
1 for 9.
Wasted height. Wasted height. I can't stand people when they waste their height.
Take it from nephew now.
What you got to say about Nikola Vucevic bad play, bro?
Now, I've been talking smack about a warranted smack on Nick Vooch for the last couple years, bro. And it was been strictly on his defense. Everybody knows he's slow on defense. He's slow of foot. Isolation defense, he's trash. Any fucking facet of defense, Nick Vooch was trash. Now we get, but it always was this retort. Oh, but you ain't gonna never find a better defender. I mean, a better offensive player as a big than Nick Vooch. He's gonna give you 10 rebounds and he's gonna give you a nice scoring night from the field. But what y'all got to say about him lately, though? This ain't for the last month and a half. We've been getting single-digit points from Vooch. It's been more often than not that we've been getting single-digit rebounds from Vooch. Now he's not doing the things that you guys were arguing about him, that he's that you can just basically mark it down, check it down. He's going to get you 20 and 10. That has changed. That is out the window. He ain't getting you no 20 and 10 on the regular. He might not even get you 10 and 10. Nick Vooch has become more problem than what he is worth. All he does is cry about calls. You're not going to get no call when you out there crying on every single play, bro. Refs see every game. They basketball fans too. They know you are playing trash. They not finna bail you out. And then the relationship you got with the refs can't be good because you got a little sassy and a little sassy attitude with them all the time. Nick Vooch is getting old right before our eyes, nephew. That's probably what it is, 100%. He getting old right in front of our eyes. And he's basically turning himself from a starter. No. He's turning himself from an all-star level, cringe all-star level, to a starter. And now he looking like a bench player. I'd rather have Andre Drummond in the game. A kid at my job said 2 months ago, man, can't stand Vooch. They should start Andre Drummond. I was like, get out of here. He can get you 10. He ain't the offensive player Nick Vooch is. That kid was right. Andre Drummond should be starting for the play-in tournament. Because what we've been seeing lately ain't been enough. Simple as that.
It ain't been enough. The energy has been porous. You got guys out there trying, and Nikola Vucevic ain't trying. He one of them players that ain't showing a lot of effort. Like I said, I believe the guy has checked out. That's just me.
Yep.
You can have your own personal opinions, and I'm cool with that. But from what I see, what my eyes tell me, the effort hasn't been there. How do you go into yesterday's game and just play? Like, and not a good play. You was just there. You just clocked in and went and hid in the bathroom during your shift.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
Manager banging at the door. You ain't even budging.
This man.
Then you finally pop out. It's time to work. Where you was at? Oh, I was doing woo. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't.
No, you wasn't, bro.
You stealing time and money.
The man ain't shot over 50% in the last 3 games, bro. A center ain't shot 50% in the last 3 games. Maybe the game has changed to this. Like, you expect them to shoot a lot of perimeter shots. But what I remember as a center is always hanging around that 50% from the field mark, bro. This motherfucker, 1 for 9, 7 for 18, 2 for 7. That 1 for 9 and 2 for 7 is inexcusable because that shows that you ain't even trying. And I'm tired of people saying, man, they don't give him the ball in the post when he open. When he get it, what he do with it? Miss the bunnies. So why do you want to pass it to him for he gonna miss the bunnies? I'm sorry, bro. I know y'all love Vooch. But this is the Chicago Bulls. This is not the Nikola Vucevic Bulls. He's not playing up to scale. Bench him.
Enough said. I ain't got nothing else to say about this big guy. It is what it is.
Yo, bro.
Anything else, my guy?
Hey, nah, man. J. Cole, though. I'm just playing. Go ahead, nephew. Nephew love him some J. Cole, bro, but he can't excuse
Not happy,
this.
bro. Just know that I'm not happy. I went 12 hours without listening to bro music. Hell, you mean you what? You should have kept that shit in the vault, then.
I'm sorry. I don't want to talk no more to you, Kendrick. Kendrick, you're my friend. Go ahead, nephew. I ain't gonna do it to you, gang. Go.
Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, if you want to call in to be a part of the mailbag episode, the number is right in the middle of your screen. 773-242-9219. We down bad, y'all. Bull stink. J. Cole apologizing. It's ugly right now. See y'all on the next one. For sure.
Bro. Cognac. Gang.